First at 6, it's an unusual sight for southeast Texas, even in the middle of winter. Snow, you can see right there, and they're all having fun. It was quite a scene at Sam's Houston State last night after snow blanketed Huntsville. And you can see the ground is still covered there this morning. We are going to head up there for a live report for you in just a minute. Now, a little closer to home, we missed out on the snow, but we did see some sleet. Check out this photo from Kinsey McCarty. There was even enough, as you can see right there, to build a snowman. You have to work with what you got. Now, that snow in mind, we do have some school closures this morning, and that includes Conroe, Montgomery, Willis, and Cleveland ISD. We will have a full list for you on HTownRush.com, and it's also scrolling at the bottom of your screen. A lot going on and a fun weekend. You can see it in those pictures there. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to H-Town Rush. I'm Stephanie Simmons. We have team weather coverage for you this morning, but we do want to start things off with Cheetah Craft. Cheetah, it's a cold start here locally.
It is. It is a cold start to the day. You know, that's all thanks to that cold air that arrived yesterday with that area of low pressure. But yeah, looking at the snow. Okay, if you haven't seen our snow totals over the past 24 hours, take a look. 6 inches in Crockett, College Station 4.5. Bryan actually saw a little over 5 inches. Now, these are the official reports from the National Weather Service. Navasota at 2 inches. Huntsville, the official report only a trace, but I've seen pictures and videos out of Huntsville that prove otherwise, so I think it was higher. And then I put good old Galveston on the map just to show you down to 0. So that was as good as it gets. Our 24-hour loop here with that snow. Notice how the rain, the snow by late last night, 10, 11 p.m., well off to our east. So you're waking up this morning under cloudy skies. Dry conditions expected throughout the day, but really cold. 30s this morning, feeling in the 20s. Lunchtime temperature at 40, then afternoon high temps go to 45, but only a high of 45 today. We'll talk about a little bit of a warming trend for the remainder of the week coming up in just a little bit. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Cheetah, we'll see you in a few. Our Michelle Choi live in Huntsville this morning. That area got plenty of snow yesterday. Michelle, what is it looking like out there right now? Still a little blanket?
That's right, Steph. It's absolutely beautiful out here. The whole city is blanketed in snow this morning, including here at Sam Houston State. But let me tell you, we're so lucky to be able to see this rare treat and enjoy it as long as it lasts, hopefully throughout later this morning as well. But as I mentioned to you guys, if you're headed north from Houston, you'll definitely want to be careful out on the roads this morning. This is video we shot a little while ago of I-45. You can see there at that time, traffic was a little light. It should be starting to pick up as of now, but road crews did treat the interstate. But conditions can still be really slick, guys. So we saw several accidents on our way up here, and further north of here in Madisonville, they got even more snow, so you'll want to take it extremely slow. Now, if you're wondering if people have been having fun in this snow, absolutely. In fact, we ran into a whole bunch of folks from Houston yesterday who drove up to Huntsville specifically to enjoy the winter weather with their families. We saw people slide down snowy hills, build snowmen with the kiddos, and all the good stuff us Texans ever rarely get to see or experience. Now, coming up in the next half hour, I want to show you guys a long-standing tradition that students and the community here like to enjoy whenever it snows like this. And I know I've been teasing about it all morning long if you've been tuning into H-Town Rush, but I promise you it'll be worth it. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm talking about, let me just give you 2 hints. It involves this hill behind me and this inflated air mattress. So stay tuned, guys. Back to you.
Michelle, I'm impressed you've been able to blow up the air mattress from between your last hit and this hit, so can't wait to see that. Michelle, thank you. And I said this a little while ago, but I'm going to say it again because since the snow started falling yesterday, really social media has been a breath of fresh air, and that's really it's the first time in a while as you're scrolling through. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other beautiful photographs, if this thing will wake up, and videos across Texas. Okay, so we've got snowmen, of course, all over Texas this morning, and last night we've got a little one. I named this one Slushy Lushy because it's got a martini glass. I asked you on Twitter if you had some better names. Send them to me. I want to know what you think. And then this is a giant snowman here, so all sorts of snowmen. And then some people behaving badly with snowmen. Check out this video. I have a feeling the guy in this is a bit sore this morning. Some sort of, karate practice with the snow. To each their own, I suppose. And then look at this. This is so Texas. A guy and a horse pulling a sled. And it's always so fun to see the animals, how they respond to snow. For a lot of animals, they've never seen it before. So we really appreciate those pictures. Of course, kiddos having a great time in the snow. Like you saw Michelle with that air mattress. They had the same idea yesterday. Look at them go. I saw a walk. So if you haven't used that in a while, you can dust that off. And also some political signs. People were using those as sleds because not a lot of people have sleds here in Texas. Not just the kids having fun. This guy, six years old, Jess, says her dad making snow angels in his sandals. We have cowboy boots, cowgirl boots, but not many snow boots, right? And then this is in Austin. This is the Circuit of the Americas. If you're a Formula One fan, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. This is a really cool racetrack covered in snow. They were looking for snowplows yesterday. They probably didn't find one. And then if you are like me and a lot of folks in Houston and Fort Bend County, Galveston, all those places, you didn't see any snow and you were just waiting for it, fingers crossed. And my daughter was so excited. It never came. So Trinity sent this out. All of Texas is a winter wonderland. And then, of course, Houston, wah wah. But it was still fun to see all of your photographs and videos. So we'd love to see more. If you saw snow yesterday, super easy to do. Download the free KHOU app if you haven't already and send them with the Near Me feature. That's also where you can see what's going on in your neighborhood. So Cheetah, you know, not everyone saw snow, but everyone certainly got the cold.
Everybody got the cold, not only here locally, all across the state. You are right about that. Even at our house, we were the same though. We were like, come on, maybe. We were looking out the window and we got rain all day yesterday, but no snow. We tried to look for any transition. Okay, now nobody's going to see snow today. All right, a look across the radar across the state. We are dry. We have clouds in place, but the snow and the rain now well off to our east. What you can prepare for, though, is a cold start to the day. If you missed how much snow in areas that we did see, take a look. Crockett saw up to 6 inches of snow, so very drivable to see. A half a foot of snow, not bad. 4.5 in College Station. Navasota up to 2. Now, once you head down Huntsville, then Houston and College Station had to throw it up. That's a 0. So we did see a good amount of rain, though, yesterday, well over 1 inch of rain in most spots that didn't see snow. So at least you got something out of the deal. 35 this morning here in Houston, 29 in Amarillo. We are all drying out, and that will be the case over the next week. We'll have a look at your 7-day forecast in just a couple minutes. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Cheetah Craft, thank you so much. At 6:07, just about 6:08, we're going to turn to breaking news overnight. A carjacking suspect shot by police. It happened right on Airport Boulevard next to Hobby Airport. Police say an officer spotted a car going more than 100 miles per hour when they heard that car had just been stolen during a carjacking. So they pulled the car over, and then the suspect immediately got out and started shooting. The officer returned fire, hitting the man. They rushed him to the hospital in serious condition. The officer was not hurt.
Now for this morning's coronavirus headlines, starting with an investigation into the origin of the virus. Experts from the World Health Organization will arrive in China later this week for the long-anticipated investigation. The virus was first detected in Wuhan in late 2019.
Starting tomorrow, Texas will distribute a large new supply of COVID-19 vaccines across the state. Nearly 159,000 first doses will go to 28 hub providers across Texas. Those hubs will be focused on mass vaccination efforts, 3 of them here in Harris County. Harris County Public Health and Houston's Health Department will get 8,000 doses each, and Houston Methodist will receive nearly 11,000 doses. Many of those appointments already booked.
COVID patients now occupy 1 out of every 3 ICU hospital beds in the Houston region, and COVID patients take up about 22% of all hospital beds. Local funeral home directors say they are starting to get more calls from families who have lost loved ones to the virus, and they are prepared for anything.
But we are in a much better position to be able to make sure that those families that might need our help are going to be well cared for.
Meanwhile, the U.S. reported record numbers of cases both Friday and Saturday. Deaths are reaching new records in 11 states. In Los Angeles, about 200 people are dying each day. And those are the big stories on this Monday morning.
All right, at 6:09, let's get you out live to Washington, D.C., where it is a big week ahead. This is President Trump's final full week in office, and House Democrats are demanding he resign or face impeachment. But with just 9 days left in office, what would it mean if President Trump is impeached? Marcelino Benito connects the dots.
In the wake of the attack on the U.S. Capitol, there are new calls for President Trump to be impeached. But would that stop him from holding office again? Let's connect the dots. First, how impeachment works. Impeachment refers to the House of Representatives deciding an official holding public office has committed so-called high crimes and misdemeanors. This only takes a simple majority in the House. Then it goes to the Senate, which holds a trial and votes on whether to convict. That takes a 2/3 majority. But even if an individual is convicted, that doesn't necessarily bar them from holding office again. The Senate must decide whether to permanently disqualify someone from public office. In the past, the Senate has said only a simple majority is required to do that. It's a punishment only imposed 3 times in American history to former federal judges. Even in these tumultuous times, political watchers say it will be hard to get enough votes for conviction in the Senate. While a few Republicans have spoken out against the president in the wake of Wednesday's melee, a 2/3 majority will be a heavy lift. Connecting the dots, I'm Marcelino Benito for HTownRush.